So when I was in law school, I remember my law school professor saying the number one complaint that that attorneys have is that they don't return phone calls. The number two complaint was that they don't update their clients enough. And guess what? I feel like it's the same thing in real estate. So I have this sheet for you. If you need it, message me on Instagram and I'll send it over to you. It's the Seller Weekly Update Sheet. It outlines the things that you should be updating your seller with, especially now that the markets in certain areas have shifted and now homes are lasting on the market a lot longer. So with that said, let's get started. This episode is brought to you by abrillianttribe.com. Check us out there. Where do we start with this? Well, the number one thing is sellers, the homeowners that hired you to sell this home, they want to communicate with you. They want to know what's going on. They want to know why their home isn't selling. They want to make sure that you, the person they hired, is doing a great job at doing their job, just in general. So if you don't communicate with them, what happens is they start feeling like maybe we hired the wrong real estate agent to sell our home because I don't know what they're doing. In fact, when I call expireds, I sit down in front of them. The number one thing they tell me said, well, I'm not sure if the real estate agent I hired did the job that they were supposed to. And we're not talking about selling the home, right? We're talking about just updating in this case, seller that I'm talking to and letting them know, hey, I did this, I did that. And you know what? We're doing everything possible. Why don't we test something different out? What do you think? All they need is that type of communication weekly. And it's not that hard. You just need a system. Here's what it is. My Seller Weekly Update Sheet it's just one page. It's that easy. You don't have to overcomplicate it. Here's what I've got. I've got the property address. And then this sheet I print out every single time. You could have it digitally. I like printing stuff out. All right. I like wasting paper, but it also reminds me of what I need to do. Property address, week of. So in this case, we're in the week of, what is this? April 22nd, right? April 23rd. Week of that last week of April. Agent name, right? Only because I have the whole team, so I need to know who's sending me which one. Here's where it starts. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections to this. Listing activity summary, number 1 section, which we'll go over. Number 2 section is buyer feedback highlights. 2. 3, marketing and promotion this week. 4, agent notes. Anything that I could have thought of, right? Agent notes. And number 5, next steps. That's it. And here's how I break it down. Number 1, listing activity summary. Number of showings this week. 0, 2, 5. Okay. Total showings so far. Let's calculate them, right? We've been on the market for 30 days. It looks like this week we had 2. Let's add that to everything else, right? It's actually declined, Mr. and Mrs. Seller. We've had a total of about 17 showings, but only 2 of those came this last week, which is a decline. Open houses held, yes or no? What are the dates? And the results. Online views, Zillow, Realtor.com, whatever you track. I need to know how many people are seeing those. And on Zillow and Realtor.com and on Redfin, you can pretty much see that. Social media reach, if you've used this, right? Say, hey, I posted up a video here. I posted up a video over there. I posted up some pictures. Here are the details. Here's what we're tracking. That's under listing activity summary. Number 2. And that's my alarm. Number 2, buyer feedback highlights. Positive feedback, what is it? Objections or concerns, and common theme like price, layout, location. What are the feedback? What's the feedback common feedback that buyers are giving you or the agents? If they come in and say, man, we love the views, well, that's common feedback. If they're coming and they're saying, man, I don't know, is that tree going to fall in the backyard? Because it sure looks like it's about to fall. If that's common, then great. Say, hey, look, 5, 6, 7 people have told me about that, right? And then now you have a common issue. Number 3, marketing and promotion this week. Social media posts or ad campaigns. This is what we're doing this week. This is what we did, right? New email blast sent. We sent 100 emails to the top 100 agents. updated photos or listings refresh. Hey, this week, since it's going to be week number 5 we're heading into, we're going to change the front picture. We're going to switch it to a different picture. Let's see how that does. Neighborhood outreach, calls, door knocks, mailers. If you're going to use RADx and you're going to do the geo prospecting, you're going to reach out to the neighbors. What does that look like? Follow up with showing agents for feedback. You know, you had 2 showings. Well, did you follow up with them? And I know, listen, I'm guilty of this too. But agents that show property, they don't always give you feedback. I'm guilty of that sometimes, but that's because I want to, and then I have this other showing, and then I have this other showing, and then I get a call from my client, and this and that, and then I forget. So it's your job, listing agent, to reach out. Reach out. Know that the buyer's agent is also busy, just like you are. But this part is your job. Reach out, text them, call them, get the feedback. Why? Because that feedback is really important for your sellers. They need to hear back from it. They need to hear that back from the buyers, the buyer's agent. Next part. What are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4. Agent notes. Whatever you think isn't that covered anywhere else. What are the notes? What are those things you thought of? You know, you were door knocking around the neighborhood, and then somebody said something. It's like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. Boom. Or yeah, maybe let me ask that question. Right. Next steps. Here's what we do next, Mr. and Mrs. Seller. Here's what I've got outlined. We're going to do a price review, right? Now that we had it on the market for 2 months, and the average right now that a home is staying on the market without selling is 6 weeks, we're over that. We're going to have to start talking about price reduction because we've done everything else, right? Price reduction. Plan next open houses and marketing push. What does this look like, right? Am I the one hosting the open house? Are we going to do 3 open houses in a week? Are we going to do every single day? I don't know. Next, listing strategy check-in. Hey, you know what? Our listing strategy is going well, or it's not. We're behind, we're ahead. Let's tweak it. Let's do this. Let's do that. I don't know. Next, new pictures. Well, you know what? We've had these pictures now for 6 weeks, 7 weeks, 8 weeks. I think maybe we should have a new set of pictures, just a refresh, right? New ads. We run ads and we change them up every 3 weeks or so, right? We change up the pictures, we change up the feel, and maybe it's time you do new ads. Neighborhood outreach. Did you reach out to the neighborhood? If you haven't, it's time, right? These are the next steps. We're talking about next steps that you're going to do. Maybe you want to reach out to them again in a different way. What about broker opens? Did you do one? Because that's the next step. Next, open houses, which I think I already put on here. I have that twice. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove that and put plan marketing push, and at the end, plan open houses. Anyway, if you need this, let me know. We've been using something like this I'll tell you when it happened. I sucked. I did a terrible job. I didn't update my seller. And of course it had to happen that way, right? Experience. I didn't update one seller. I ended up losing him. And I felt so bad. I'm like, I don't want that to happen again. Why don't we create a process so that I at least know exactly how to follow up, what to say, what to ask for, and what to look for. And now I hand this over to my admin, and my admin fills this out for us. I look at it, and anything she can't fill out, I fill out the rest. And now I have something that I can pick up the phone with and call the seller. And if the seller doesn't pick up, I text them and I say, hey, Mr. Mrs. Seller, I'm emailing you this just so there's an update. Boom, happened, done, love it. They love it. I'm okay, right? Everything's good here. I keep moving forward. I impress my clients. I keep doing business. If it doesn't sell, I know I put my best foot forward. I want you to do the same thing. If you need this, message me on Instagram. Have an awesome day.